My stock car was badly damaged at the World Final weekend, and it wasn't even the car I was driving. This is a problem because I need to race this car in a week's time. So far I've done all of the metalwork and I've managed to rebuild my best engine by myself. I actually think I've done that. But who knows if it's going to run. Clank, 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 clank. My heart is beating very fast. We've still got an issue with the axle. In the crash, the axle was badly bent, meaning it might need a new one. And we also need to paint the car before the Signwriter comes, as he's booked in a few days' time. We're changing the colour scheme for this year as we are now the European champions, and I think we may have just found an upgrade that can give us an advantage on race day. Brand new Simpson race exhaust. Can we get it done before then? Who knows? I have been busy masking up this car and trying to get it as good as I can to being paint ready. Obviously I'm not a professional, it doesn't need to be looking professional, it's a bloody stock car, but I try to do my bit, especially with this European roof going on it. I want it to be as nice as possible, even though it is for sale, which I know Papa Tebs is meant to be coming here in a minute or in a bit, and he's going to say, why are you going through all this trouble when you're selling it? I'm like, yeah, I know, but because the European roof's going on it, I want it to look good. The axle that was bent, Bill was in there stripping a new axle. Well, it's not new, it's off of a road car. It's a little bit rusty, but it'll do, we'll clean it up. He's stripping that one, ready for paint, and then we'll put that axle in and bolt the old hubs that are on the white one now, we'll bolt them to the new axle. Hopefully the hubs are all right. I'm currently taking the steering rack off of the front subframe, which will allow us to properly clean, sand and paint the subframe. Now Billy has finished stripping the axle, I'm now prepping the spring guides. Right, what I'm doing here is I'm cutting off, this is the bits that come for the original springs, which are a lot fatter than what we run. So I've just cut it off here. And then what we do, I'll show you the old axle quick, like that. That allows our smaller springs to sit in there nice and snug. Just using the wire brush and the sander to get off any of the rubbish off of it. You could go at these for hours to get them bang on, but I just need it to be good enough for today. Here he is. Papa Tebs is back and he's going to use his expertise to help me paint this car. The last time I did paint the Wadden when we freshened it up.
I left the expertise at home, sorry.
Oh, sorry. The last time I painted it, I got very lucky with this gun. It come out of the box with the correct settings and I didn't have to mess about with it. But obviously I've taken it apart and cleaned it, so the settings aren't going to be where they was. So Papa Tebs has come around on a Sunday daytime, he has got work later, and he's going to give us a quick hand sorting the settings out, and hopefully I ain't going to fluke this one and I can actually get the paint done properly. It weren't a bad job, to be fair. No, it's all right. The last one. So we're going to start with doing the running gear, so the axle, the subframe and stuff like that with the black, get the gun right, and then we'll move on and do the actual car and paint the rest of the car. This is just what come with the kit for the air compressor.
Yeah, so that dot I think goes at the top. Oh, numbers go at the top. I could have brought my gun.
Yeah, but what's the point in that?
Yeah,
this gun.
I suppose.
Defeats the object.
Not very clean.
Yeah, it's clean. Should have seen the state of it.
Be alright for black. Give it a shake and a stir.
Scalding me already. This is when the lid comes off and it goes everywhere. You painting your own stuff, Bill?
Nah.
Getting someone else to do it?
I wouldn't even attempt mine, Kurt. I'd rather roller mine.
Oh God. You got a stirrer? Stirrer? Yeah, I've got a screwdriver.
You know, like the measurements.
Yeah, I've got cups, Dad.
Yeah.
But what? We're not that fancy. I'll tell you a story. Jack watched me paint. I don't know if it's the last time I painted or the time before. Jackie Chan. And I was mixing it up like that, and he went, no, you've got to put the thinners 2 to 1. I was like, no, it's definitely the hardener. No, it's the thinners 2 to 1. Made me second guess myself. And obviously it's the hardener 2 to 1, and he painted the last car, not that one. The one before that, he painted it with 2-to-1 with thinners. And it took him about 5-6 coats to get any sort of colour on there. Hey, we're not big around.
Oh. Snug. Not pressure.
Bearing in mind, last time I painted, I literally just started painting the car as soon as I poured the paint in. I never done any of this, so straight away I'm glad I got Pup around just to show me how to set this gun up properly. He's not a professional by any means, he's just taught himself and painted a few race cars along the way. Now it's time for me to jump on the gun and start painting. Right, Papa Tebs has just cleaned it out, showed me how to clean it all. And as he said, we should have probably done the white before the black, but it's not a showroom car, it's not a customer's car. It'll be fine. I wanted to practice on all the running gear, that's why. Good idea. Right, where's our stirring screwdriver? I won't use that one because you've got black paint on it still. Use the one with red paint on it instead. I'm just slightly adjusting the wideness of the fan of spray as I'm mainly trying to paint 40x40 box section so the paint doesn't need to be spread as far. The most annoying thing about painting stock cars is the 20 million different angles of each bar that you need to try and cover. It's annoying when you miss a couple of bits, but very, very satisfying when you do a nice job of it. I'm aiming for 3 coats here, 2 dust coats and then a final coat, slowing it down and trying to get a nice shine. Oh, is that still wet? Oh, it's the wind.
Yes.
No! That's what happens when you half do a job. And you don't tape it down at the bottom. No.
You can brush that in.
Yeah, I'm not going to brush that in, Dad. That'd be silly.
It's going to get scraped off anyway. HMC horse boxes.
Gosh. Anyone need any horse box renovations? Hit your man up. HMC horse boxes in Bean and Reading. He's your boy. And of course, another good sponsor of mine, Southeast Roofing and Scaffolding.
Oh, LDS.
Oh. What does he do?
Heads.
Cylinder heads, gaskets.
Gaskets. He's going to be sorting the head out for my mod stop.
Does complete kits, engine rebuild, the engine rebuild that we done in the last video. He's sold me all the kits for that. So he's your man if you need anything like that, engineering wise. He's on Facebook and he's also got a website where you can buy everything through as well. And then we've got Mr. Jimmy Morris, Smart Steels, Ben Sanders. I probably shouldn't say Ben because Jimmy will get annoyed. Jimmy Morris at Smart Steels. If you need any fabricating done, any welding, any gates makes, he does a lot of gates, a lot of balustrades. Is that a word? Balustrades? You'll see his website on Facebook pop up in a minute, but yeah, if you need any smart fabrication work, not not so much cars probably. He might build a car, but yeah, any railings, any gates, any fences, any balustrades. It's not working, is it?
I don't know.
It doesn't work. You know, like the glass and metal banisters. I think that's a balustrade.
Oh, right. Should we look it up quickly?
Yeah, before I put this in the video. Fingers balustrade.
Oh, right. And then there's HS signs and prints.
Oh, Henry.
Henry,
who's coming?
he does all the sign writing.
He's coming on Wednesday. So, before then, I need to get that roof off of there and painted yellow for the European Championship, because he's going to come put the red checkers on.
Have you got the yellow paint?
No, I've got to pick up tomorrow.
It'd be the same on that, 2 dusties and a...
Yeah, well, I'll sand that right down, take the stickers off the bin.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Yeah, that's Monday's job. Today, for the rest of the day, or the rest of the night, because it's going to start turning into evening night time, we're going to start building this up and get it all back together. So now, hopefully all the nuts and bolts here, I should have kept them all there nicely in pots. We'll get the subframe on. Once the subframe's on, then we can get the bottom arms on, get the shocks on, and then once we've got all the front running gear in, the axle as well, that's a 2-man job. So I think why I've got Papa Tebs here before he leaves for work, I'll get him to help me with the subframe and the axle, and then if he wants to shoot
Let's
after
do
that,
them
to go to
bits.
work.
Yeah.
Get the 2-man jobs done first, and then I can crack on for the rest of the night and get everything else built up. Let's get to it. First of all, the subframe. This has the steering rack bolted to it, and then it's 3 bolts each side bolting it straight to the chassis. The subframe is the main component, allowing you to bolt all of the running gear onto and even the gearbox. Whilst Dad's propping the subframe up, I can go inside the car and attach the steering column to the steering rack. It might work, yeah. Papa jacks that up, just loosens the back of the bolts, and then I can get this steering column to fit. What would that be called? To fit on the subframe.
What bit on the subframe?
The spike. It is, isn't it?
It might be, yeah.
The spigot. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, the spigot.
Sounds alright.
Right, so we lower the spigot.
The shaft.
Hey, yes, darling, lower the spigot, darling. Come on now, darling, stop messing. Bit more if you got it? No? Okay. Papa's just done it up now, and now all of a sudden the bolt goes in. That's funny, isn't it? It does, it just slides straight in. Right, yeah, I need 14, even on the ratchet to do. Exactly same as the front subframe, 3 bolts either side of the chassis, and then it's time to bolt the shock onto the axle. And then it's just 4 bolts to bolt the hubs back on. That's the rear of the car all done now, and it's time for me to put the bottom wishbone, wheel hub, brake caliper, shock absorber and link up the steering. But I've ran into a problem. I can't get the top nut on the shock absorber. Oh no. Right, I'm having trouble getting... Where is it? Is it that one? Getting the nut back on. So, I've got to die the right size, so I need to just re-thread that. Doesn't look too bad, but I just can't get the nut on no matter what, so I don't want to force it on. Get it clean. I bought a load of these brand new ones as well, so it's not like it's the nut. It's definitely the thread. We could not get that to bite on the die or nut or anything.
It's mashed, isn't it?
So,
Oh, that's Danish.
yeah, veins. Yeah. We was at this for about 15 minutes and just couldn't get a bite on the thread.
Oh, mate.
Oh. I'll pick that camera back up when we got some movement. just managed to do it. We started making our own thread tabs, and then I think it cut into the original.
Yeah.
So
I don't care how we won.
we won. Dad's like, come to my house tomorrow and get the thread files. Like, no, we need it done today. There is no tomorrow.
Well, put a bit of lube on it. Run the nut up and down maybe.
Yeah, where's that stuff? Let's have a look.
This on.
Well,
Hey!
no, we was not defeated.
Wow. Finally.
Have that, Shock.
Yeah. It's now Wednesday, but
Right, that'll do, Papa. Don't jinx it. Come on.
yes.
Have that. Right.
Finally.
Can't undo that with one hand. Go on, strength. Right, nice. Now we can carry on putting the suspension back on. Before I carry on putting the shocks in, there's no point me putting them in yet because I need to get the gearbox in first, and then I need to get the drive shafts in to the gearbox. Then I can put the shock on. But there's the gearbox that's going in, but it's got the wrong diff in it. So before I even then put the gearbox in, I need to change the diff in the gearbox. Otherwise, I'll put the gearbox in, put the shafts in, and then later on I'll have to change the diff anyway. So I might as well do the diff now. So that is going to be the next job. And then soon, very soon, the engine that I put back together right there, that is nearly ready to go in. And I'm bricking it. If you watched in the last episode, I did put that together, my first ever engine I put together on my own. I say put together, I didn't rebuild it or anything. I just put the head back on the block and then timed it up. But yeah, I'm scared.
It's definitely a lot easier doing this on the floor rather than under the car. It's diff pan off, then using a special tool which is available from Second Gear on Facebook, link is in the description. I undo the big diff locking nut. I don't like using the gun to do this because it chews all the teeth off, so just pretend you didn't see that bit. Now the diff's out, we need to split the ring gear from it. It's easier if you have multiple diffs and ring gears all built up, which you can just swap over, but all of my welded diffs are still at Papa Tebs' workshop, so I just changed the ring gear over for now. 8 15mm bolts and gently tap the ring gear away from the diff. Quick check over the new ring gear and on she goes. Reverse this process and that's your diff change done.
That is the gearbox in. I'm just holding the bottom up with a jack now, and obviously we're on that back mount there. That was a pain in the arse on your own. Anyway, and it probably would have been easier without the diff, but it would have been easier to do the diff on the floor than it would have been in the car. But we got it done. Now whack the two shafts in. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare because that's going to move as I'm going to try and whack the shafts in. Don't want to put that mount on yet because I want the engine, I want the gearbox to be able to tilt when I throw the engine in. We need that to be able to tilt like that. So I don't want to put that mount in yet. Just get the shafts in just to hold the gearbox because the shafts are going to rest on there and that side, and that will keep the gearbox held up enough. So wish me luck getting them in now. Come on! That is it all ready to go. All the suspension, all the running gear is on. Everything I've done to that side, I've just done to that side, finished. Now, finally, this bad boy is going in. Engine mounts are over there, all painted up, nice and gleaming. Lift this up in the air. Try and work, like you've probably seen it with that Radom as well in the last video. As we're going in, we'll work the engine mount onto the engine and slowly just wiggle it in, wiggle it down, wiggle it in. Hopefully it slots in lovely. Sometimes it does, sometimes it's a pain in the arse. Luck of the draw, but we'll be giving it a go. Also, I've made the white car so dirty already. Impossible, absolutely impossible to keep it gleaming. I can't do it, look, look. Oh. Anyway.
I wouldn't say doing an engine change on these cars are hard at all. just tedious, as there's not a lot of room for manoeuvre with all the bars in there, and especially the way we do our engine mounts. It's definitely a lot quicker with 2 people, but beggars can't be choosers. The main block bolts are now all in and done up. Then the 317mm bolts on the gearbox are tightened. The up and over mount we have is now all connected, and the brake servo pipe is plumbed up to the manifold. While I'm over this way of the engine, I might as well connect the main starter motor cable to the start motor. Now, just to prove to myself and everyone else after the last magic trick by the crank pulley disappearing at Ipswich, this definitely has a washer with it and the bolt is tight. Coil pack bracket going on now, which quite obviously holds the coil pack. The HT leads that go from the coil pack to the spark plugs are now done, and it's time for the radiator to go in. Everything was going so well until it wasn't.
Bit of a strange one. Gone to put the cluster in. This is my cluster that I use for the long tracks. Sits up on the shelf up there. Gone to put it in, and it started like I could hear something moving, some metal moving inside. Right, so I turned it upside down. I thought, what the hell's that? That's just come out of it. Right, and I thought, that's strange. Shook it again, could still hear more rattling. There's a bloody bolt in there. In that. Can someone explain? That's a bit fishy to me. There's a bolt in there as well. In that bit. In that bit right there. Why is there a screw and a bolt in my cluster?
After taking the backplate off and getting the bolt out, I found out it had actually shredded a load of teeth inside the cluster. It was very lucky not to have messed my race up on day 2 of the World Final weekend, which is when I last used that cluster, so that cluster is now in the bin. Moving forward, I'm putting a different cluster in the car, filling up the gearbox with gearbox oil, and then putting the top gear selector on. And that was all the bits I had. The only thing left was the carburetor, which I had left at home, so unfortunately I couldn't get it running tonight.
We have had 3 things turn up today, so that means we can carry on with getting this car ready. First of all, the main thing, the whole point of us getting this car ready is to get this yellow paint on the roof and get the European Championship on that roof. So that's turned up. Second thing, the upgrade, the brand new Simpson Race exhaust, which is going to be going on the car. There's actually 4 of them that have turned up. Thank you very much to Matt at Simpson Race Exhaust. If you want to get your own race exhaust, back box, hit the man up, Simpson Race Exhaust. That's got to go on, so we've got to put that on the old one there and fit that. And then the holy grail of the European Championship, the carburetor. This has got to go back on that car, as this is all jetted up for that engine, and the only difference, the only thing we've got to change, Rex, is we've got to put the ECU off of this car onto there, because it's got the map on that we got this rolling roaded with, and obviously that one hasn't got a map on it, and hasn't got the map on it, and we haven't got a computer here to copy the map, so we're gonna have to swap them out basically. And then when we get the Radon back up and running, we're gonna take that back to John Wood and get that sorted. So yeah, the carb, plenty to be getting on with. First of all, we need to be getting this engine running. I need to make sure that the engine is good. I've spent a lot of time putting the engine together, and I've risked it. I could have done the bare minimum, but I've risked it, and I've put everything in just because I didn't want to waste time. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it pays off and the engine starts and it runs all right. Obviously, there's going to be no exhaust on it, because there's no point putting the old one on until we make the new one up. So we're just going to run it without the exhaust. I just want to make sure it runs, it turns over. And we've got no water in it yet, because I don't want to waste putting loads of water in it and have to take it back out and roll the car out. So, first job, get this carb on. Fingers crossed.
The final piece of the puzzle is going on, bolting the carb to the manifold. It's just 4 13mm nuts, and whilst you're bolting it on, you need to make sure you connect the fuel pipe and the throttle linkage. And not forgetting to swap over the ECUs, which tells the spark plug when to ignite for best power, which was all sorted out on John Wood's Rolling Road last month, so if I didn't swap these out, I would just be undoing all of our progress.
We'll turn the fuel pump off. I'm going to take the spark out of it, unplug the coil pack, because we'll be tying the engine over and try and get some oil. First thing actually to check, it should have oil. but who knows. I'm sure I had a brand new oil filter and oil before the last meeting, so. There's oil. Right, we're safe there. So we want to get oil to the top of the engine before we start running it. Oh, I am scared, mate. Rex, I'm not going to lie to you, mate. I am scared.
Now it's the moment of truth. When I told Papa Tebs I put the engine back together, he straight away was shocked and said, "Why didn't you call me to do it?" But that's exactly why I didn't tell him. Now it's all on me to see if this engine will run, or if I've done something wrong, who knows what will happen.
Right, turn it over then, Rex, and we'll, if I say start, we'll start. That's good so far, keep going, keep going. It's not going clang, 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 clang. My heart is beating very fast. Ready?
I think I've actually done it.
Once it starts. Did I do it? Did I do it? Right, turn it off. Right, I put it together. It's running. The exhaust, we obviously haven't got an exhaust on it yet, that's why it's sounding like that. But I didn't sound anything out of the ordinary other than that exhaust. So, I'd say that's a success at the minute. Obviously when we run it up to temperature, and I'll probably, once we get it going, I'll run it up and down the lane, try and scream it a little bit, just to make sure it's not going to go straight away. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy, we've done it. Put the engine together, the engine's running. Carb's all right. Hopefully, we can sort that throttle linkage out in a minute. Let's get this exhaust made then, and see how sweet it sounds with the new exhaust on.
Wamba.
Wabba! Wabba! Right. Ideally, this would slot over that, and they're not the same size. Ideally. And then that will slide straight over that, and then we'll just stitch it up as well. So if we cut that off now, we get the cutter, cut that off, clean it up, slot that over, weld it all up. Job's good, and we just need to make sure when we do it, we might as well make the bend the same up there, like that and that. But we're not going to know. Is it going to matter?
No.
Not really going to matter,
It's going to blow down or blow up.
It's going to what?
You want it to blow down, really.
That's blowing down and left. If you look at that flat on there, that you're showing it. That's facing upwards, and then this is blowing down and left. Right. Cool. Let's chop that then. Right, off with the old. This has been on here probably since the car was made, back in.
Silencer, isn't it?
Yeah, back in 20. I don't know. A while. But she's getting an upgrade.
During the war.
During the war, yeah.
Yeah, get that action. Yeah. Spit on it.
Do you want to push from that end and I'll push from this end? We get her on there nice and snug. I think that's about as much as you're getting. Downpipe's facing up, that's facing that and down. Right.
Now this is where things get interesting.
Simpson race exhaust, watch this space, mate, yeah?
That wouldn't be Ali, would it?
That's not Ali, is it? Is that Ali? That's stainless steel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be Ali, hasn't it?
Put a bubble on it.
That's it.
The welder isn't welding it. I thought because the other box was welded on, this one would have no problem being welded on either. I am so confused.
That's steel. Stainless steel. No, is it Ali?
Got to be, huh? Where's that?
Oh,
What's that?
it's Ali. Right, cut that. Oh, that thing will go on now.
Right then. Right,
Wait, what?
what's that?
Sally. Right, well, Chavy ain't welding that. I thought they were stainless steel. I just thought, because that one was all welded together, that this one would, you'd be able to weld this one together. But you can't, which is hence why he's giving us the clamp. So, silly billies. I've never used an exhaust lattice. I never put an exhaust lattice on. I don't know. We're all learning. Isn't we, Rex? We're all learning. Right, I need to scurf that off then and use the clamp that Matt at Simpson Race Exhaust provided. Marsh, take your phone.
Right, let's just clear something up. This exhaust is stainless steel. I think the earth wasn't good enough, hence why it wasn't welding properly. But then once we put the magnet on the exhaust, it wasn't magnetic. So therefore, I thought it would definitely have to be aluminium, because it's steel, it should be magnetic. But with a quick Google search, there is different types of stainless steel. Some are magnetic and some aren't. A lesson learnt there for me and Rex. We both look so stupid right now, but hey ho. Don't send a scaffolder to do a fabricator's job.
Right, now that is ready to hopefully go on. That should just slot onto the bracket that we got over there.
Feeding the exhaust into the bracket at the back of the car, I am now sealing this end up, which will stop the exhaust blowing any gases out before it gets to the end of the exhaust. Once I've done that, it's just 4 bolts from the downpipes into the exhaust manifold, and that is job done. Thanks to Simpson Race Exhaust for making us look like clowns and supplying the back box, of course.
What's the chances this goes absolutely everywhere?
Most likely.
What's the chances I ain't done a pipe run?
Most likely.
Right, we're that step closer to hearing this thing run properly with the upgrade. This upgrade could be the national championship, mate.
Wabba.
Just saying.
Maybe.
You want a bit of a roll? You know what the problem with the national championship?
You're English.
No, what's going to be the problem with the national championship? It's on tarmac.
Oh, yeah, Shellman, man.
But this is the tarmac car now.
It's now time to start it up and hear it properly.
Right, we need to sort that idle out. Come on. I want to hear it. You rev it up. You rev it up. I want to hear it, boy. Yeah, boy. Bosh, that exhaust is sounding sweet, boy. The little. Yeah. Right, I'm happy. We'll let that run, let it warm up a little bit. I'll just go get some more water just to finish topping that up. Then we've got to put the air filter on, the plate and the air filter. Right, I've just wired the fan up. I'll tidy that up in a minute. Let's have a look. We'll see if it works. No, I've wired it up wrong. It's meant to be sucking, not blowing. Ah! While I'm doing that, Rex has just changed the ECU out of the Radom and put it in the Wadom because that's got the right map for this engine to give us optimal power to win this national championship. Well, even before that, we've got to go to Ipswich. Right, swap these round. Blue one's on the white one. Right, try again. Attempt number 10. She's sucking. Ah! We are cooking. We are cooking. I really want to give this a test drive up the lane. I think I'm going to do it. Do not drop them down. I know you likes the ball bearings. We don't drop them down the carb, mate, yeah?
I'll drop the ball bearing.
4 bolts, puts the backing plate on, and then we got top and bottom there, just screw straight onto these. I'm getting this down on its wheels. Come on. Scrapped that idea of running it and giving it a drive up the lane because we both just stopped for something to eat then, and it's now getting on and we need to get this roof painted tonight. But I do want to get this clutch bled now, just so it is ready. I normally back bleed it in there, but we haven't got the back bleeder, so we're just going to do it the old way, or the crap way. I don't like doing it this way. Rex is in there, going to be pumping the pedal. You're going to have to use your hand at first because it's going to be stuck at the floor. And then we'll undo that nut down there, and then hopefully that'll push all the air up into here. And then we'll have a clutch pedal, but we'll see. Hopefully. Don't go mental, because if that level falls below where the hole is, it sucks a load of air in, and you have to start again. Right, there's air coming up, look. See them? That's the air bubbles travelling up. Push it, cut the pumps. Stop. Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stomping. Right, try it. Bearing in mind you've got a full bottle of brake fluid sat on there. Oh, well, first time, is the pedal all right? Not too low. No. Woohoo! First time, boy. Things are going too well. Things are going too well. I don't like it. Right. It is going too well. That means this paint is going to give us a nightmare. I've said it now, but that's gone too well. The engine's running smooth. Only took one attempt to bleed that clutch and it's done. Who knows? Now we get this car back on skates, wheel it right over there, put the sheet back on like we've done with Jack's. That's fallen off now. We'll put that back on, put the sheet on this car, and then we will paint that roof over there. Come on, we're getting there, boy. One step closer. It's time now to tidy up, sweep up and move this car out of the way, as I now have the biggest job to do. The whole reason we are tidying this car up a bit comes down to me painting this roof yellow. As the paint goes everywhere, I'm putting dust sheets on both of Jack's cars, and the lights already have them on from last time. Otherwise, if you don't, the whole workshop will have a yellow tint to it, and we don't want that. We managed to find the tools. I've got a heat gun that I've just borrowed and another heat gun that we just borrowed. We need to take the stickers off. That sticker, these stickers, that's not a sticker. Get these stickers off, get Raceway Benra off. We get the 2026 one on there for next year. And the Tebs has got to come off as well. So I'm thinking the line, we're going to run it along that. Sit above that, I think. No bother going there. So if I run the line, something like that. Start it there. And then run it along this line. All the way along here. Cool, that's a bit mash up. Oh, Henry's going to have a field day doing that tomorrow. not tomorrow, Wednesday. But yeah, anyway, we've got 2 heat guns. Hopefully it won't take us long to get these stickers off. Once we've got the stickers off, we can get it sanded.
My chicken's left toe knows a lot.
Right, this is Rex's idea of doing it. Just scratch every bit of paint, and then mine was just peel the sticker off.
Same thing, different.
Use your head, kid. He said, "I'll just sand it out," but then you got to try and sand it. Get off!
2 heat guns definitely make light work of getting these stickers off with only a few burnt fingers. Once the stickers were all off, it was time to sand down the bits we want painted. I've always been told that painting is 90% prep and 10% painting, so the more work you do now, the better the finish is later, but I'm not sure that's going to be my case. Now we've sanded the roof, it's time to mask up where I want the paint to finish.
That is the sanding, the alcohol, the masking. I don't even know if that's how you probably mask, but Rex approves. I think it's alright. He done the first blue line just to make sure I got the line, and then just put that on top like that. As long as the paint don't drip everywhere else.
It's only a stock car.
It's only a stock car. First time painting properly. Normally Papa Tebs would be doing all this, but we ain't got him. We ain't got him. It's just me and you, Rex. And hopefully, I've done the best I could getting all these stickers not to show, but it's getting late, and that is a very, 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 very loud sound on that roof. If anyone's ever sanded anything on the roof, that is a very loud sound. It's about 9:30 now, so couldn't make too much more noise. So it's just time now to mix the paint up. Nice bright yellow, hopefully it's the right yellow that we want. Mix that up and then start laying some paint on. 3 coats again. Wish us luck, because everything's gone so well so far. I don't want it to ruin the paint now. I don't want that to be the downside. Hopefully it just keeps going as it is. Wish us luck. Right, where's the airplane? Right, I'm scared, but I'm buzzing at the same time. And it's really, really windy as well.
Weather warnings, kid. Nice and bright and yellow.
Look at it. Look at the colour.
No.
I'm scared.
It's all on Chelsea. She picked the colours.
Chelsea picked the colour. If it's crap, it's blame her. Right, come on, little.
Papa coming over to help the other day definitely gives me a lot more confidence, but it's still very nerve-wracking. If this doesn't go well tonight for whatever reason, then Henry the Signwriter won't be able to come, and we will be going to Ipswich with a badly painted yellow roof, and everyone will be wondering what has happened. All I can do is try my best. Laying the first coat on now, and I'm not expecting it to cover the black too much straight away, but I may have underestimated how much paint this is going to use. I am definitely no painter. I'm literally just copying what I've seen from Papa a few times and some words of wisdom he gave me the other day. I'm on coat number 5 now, and it's finally starting to look half decent.
I've done about 6 coats there, and I still struggle to cover the roof. So I mean, there'd be loads of painting experts out there that tell me, but I think I should have probably primed it first, because I'm putting a really light colour onto a dark colour. So, but yeah, I had to put a lot of coats on it, and it's definitely not the best. I mean, this crumpled up bit here looks horrendous, and somehow Henry's going to have to work some magic on it. We've got a little bit of reaction there. It's still, some of it looks green as well. I've done so many coats and tried getting a shine on it. There's some runs here. Oh, it's definitely not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but it'll do. Once the Signwriting's on, we've got to remember there's red checkers going all over this, and then you've got Signwriting going on top of that. So, yeah, a few runs here. That's actually not too bad. The runs are actually on the tape here. The roof we just about managed to cover. Can you see a shine on that at all on the camera? Hopefully. Just about managed to cover it. And there's quite a few runs in this bit here.
Where's Papa Tabs when you need him?
Where's Papa Tabs when you need him? But it is what it is. It's a stock car. It's not going in a show, and it's not for a customer. It's for me. And it's for me to have a go.
It's only going to get rattled round off.
It is. It's just going to end up in half in about 2 races. So, and also I didn't know how far to go with the yellow on the inside. Rex said I should have done the. Did you say I should have done the inside? He said I should have done the insides there, but I said no. I've never had to paint my roof this sort of colour or this scheme, so I don't know. I don't know what would have been best, but we will find out when it's all together. No! It's a good thing we've got a Signwriting book for tomorrow because he can touch that up for me. Oh no! We must be able to wipe that off now.
Cool for your Signwriting needs.
Teb Signwriting. Not only do we do engines now, we do Signwriting and all. I blended that right in, mate. Don't need an airbrush. Well, that's quite satisfying actually.
That's a straight old line.
Doesn't look too bad if you don't look too close. if you don't look too close, it doesn't look that bad.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
I'll take that. And it's just going to look completely different when them red checkers go on. Just a completely different car. Nice dark-ish red.
Still blaming the yellow or Chavs though.
I like the yellow. I think that's a good pick. Couple of bits. Some bits here look a bit greeny to me. A little bit greeny. Some runs. On the camera you can't see it. It's perfect. That's perfect. There's no runs in that at all. Ah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Right. That's cool. I'm happy with that. I couldn't have asked for much better really. I don't know what I was expecting. I'm not a painter. That's the first time I've properly painted actually on my own.
Yeah, he's getting a big boy, he is.
Yeah. So, if anyone needs any engine rebuilds, anyone needs any painting, anyone needs any Signwriting, hit your boy up, Tebs.
You've got welding and all.
No, I don't do welding. No. No good at it. Right. Are we done for the shift or what?
That's rookie numbers.
What? What's the time?
What is it? 11:20 in it?
11:05. Rookie numbers. Right, we're going to spend another 3 hours out here, and then we'll be waking up for work about 5:30, 5:45. No, I'm joking. What's next?
We better put it back together, haven't we?
Can't do that till tomorrow, because it's wet. Anyway, right, we're done for tonight. We'll have a little tidy up, and then we'll recoup tomorrow or Wednesday. Night.
So the next day involved putting the roof back on the car, ready for Henry the day after. I was hoping he wouldn't moan at the bad paint and the crumpled up panels. I've sent him the list of what I'm after and left the rest to his imagination. Having your car Signwriting is always a banging feeling. The closest comparison I have is it feeling like Christmas Day as a kid, waking up and finding out what presents you've just been brought. Except this Christmas Day is a bit different. For the first time ever, I get to put the red and yellow checkers on my roof to show everyone I'm the European champion. To some people it may not mean a lot, but to me it means everything. All the long hours and late nights, as well as all the meetings all over the UK that I have done to get me to this point is crazy, but so worth it. Now HS Signs has done his bit, it's time for me to put the finishing touches on the championship stickers.
Not gonna lie, I'm more nervous now than I was putting this cylinder head on. Oh, I don't like it already. What I'm going to do, I'm going to chop these off. I can't do.
This is just another one of them jobs that Papa would do, as in a past life he was a sign maker. When you always work to each other's strengths, it makes it really hard to branch out your skill set. But now I've just got to get on with it, make the mistakes and learn.
It is what it is. It's not perfect. That runs up a little bit. That's not in line. But we keep going. On to the next one. Get the European on, get the Supreme on, and then do the other side. And hopefully try not to mess it up. Try and make it look half decent.
This little revamp has been a lot of half decents, but it's definitely a good feeling knowing you've given it a go. Now one side's done, I've realised I don't like the way I've laid it out, and I'm now going to lay it out so the word champion lines up with each other and the words around it suit that. It's now time to fully reveal what she looks like.
And here she is, the Wadham. And I am absolutely over the moon with how this come out. HS Science has come through and made this look absolutely banging. The Curtis Tebenham and the Tebs on there, the silver stickers that I've just applied, and the English flag ripping out the top. Bosh. I've just left the roofing off at the minute just so I can see the roof properly. Yeah, that looks good, and that shows all the hard work this year, all the late nights, everyone helping out, all the sponsors helping out. It just shows when your car looks like that and has a roof like that, it's banging. We didn't quite get the gold this year, but it don't matter. We've still got the National and the World of Shell to go. But yeah, this is the Wadham for the foreseeable future and until it sells. Thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of these, make sure you click the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. No, is it Ali?